Sir.
Sir, I have Stevens in escalations, and he's going to see if he can help you out. I explained to him what's going on. I am very sorry about that.
All right.
So just to recap here, we are going to get you, we talked about the contract. We're going to get you over to escalations. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That'd be all.
All right, sir. Well, I do thank you for your time and patience.
Uh-huh.
Remember, you can go to www.freedommortgage.com. Also, 855-690-5900. And thank you for being a valued Freedom Mortgage customer. Hold on one second. Here you go.
All right.
All right, thank you, Thomas, for allowing me to join the call here. Thank you, sir, as well. All calls are still monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. My name is Steven, the Escalation Department. My ID number is 1754. All calls are still monitored and recorded for quality and training purposes. Now, understand we're also for the modification agreement that you have out hand. And you had a couple of questions in regards to signatures and locations of where Freedom Mortgage was signed.
I'm sorry. You said you gave open consent for the recording of this call.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
You gave consent for the recording of this call, you said?
All of our calls are monitored and recorded, so I just stated that this call is still being monitored.
No. I heard what you said. I'm asking you, though. Do you give consent of the recording of the call that you're on? You said what they're doing, but I'm asking you, did you give them your consent?
Hey, if my employer has consent for me to record 100% of my calls.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to get clarified. All right. Yeah, so you received the correct information. I have several questions of these documents. Are you qualified to speak on these documents is my question. I keep asking people prior to we going over these documents. They tell me yeah in the beginning, and once we get over it, they start backpedaling. So I want to ask once again, are you qualified to speak on these documents for giving me disclosure of what's going on here?
If you're looking for legal advice, then no.
I didn't say anything about legal. I'm talking about these documents. Do you feel that this is illegal advice? We're going to talk about the documents. Y'all sent me documents. I'm trying to get clarification on. There's a number on here that says if I have questions to call in and ask. So I'm calling in to ask these questions.
Correct, yes, sir.
So that's these documents. So where did you go with legal stuff? I'm talking about. Hold on, we both can't talk at the same time, buddy. All right. So I'm asking about these documents. I have questions about these documents. Are you authorized to answer these questions on these documents? So that means, are you knowledgeable about these documents? Do you know what these documents are? Do you know how they function? The rules. That's what I'm asking, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the first question I have on the first document is titled Loan Modification Agreement. Okay. This is a contract, correct?
That is correct, yes.
All right. So a contract has to involve more than one person, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So on this document here, this document is 7 pages long. Okay. There's not full disclosure given on certain terms and definitions. Outside of that, on the very last page, well, the 6th page, 6 of 7, there's a signature page right here. The only signatures available is for 2 people, which will be me and my wife, and then a notary. If this is a contract, this contract states that the other person is Freedom Mortgage Corporation. Where's the signature line for that corporation or that authorized representative?
Okay, so your contract is not with Freedom Mortgage Corporation. Your contract is with your loan provider. We are your loan servicer. We draw up the contract on your behalf. And pretty much mimics exactly how you sign your mortgage. You didn't sign your original mortgage with a signature. It was just you, your wife, and a notary. It's the same process.
Okay, that's not answering my question of this document, though. You're bringing up other things, but you didn't answer why there isn't.
I'm answering you very directly. You don't sign it.
You don't sign it, so it's not a contract.
Your loan provider.
Who's the loan provider? Where's their signature?
Your loan provider is Ginnie Mae. It's a government contract.
So they don't sign the document?
Sign it.
They're not going to sign it either?
No, sir.
So a document not signed by 2 parties is not a crime. Okay, so a document signed without 2 parties, how is that a contract?
You can't speak for the legalities of your contract.
So hold on. I'm not asking about legalities. I'm talking about the disclosure. Disclosure. I'm asking about disclosure, sir.
Go back and forth with you here. This is exactly how your original mortgage contract was signed.
Well, that's what you're referring to original that I'm not in possession of, and I've already asked about that from other people who called. They haven't been able to provide that. So I'm asking about what I have in front of me.
Copy of that now.
I don't need copies, sir. I need something that's real and authenticated. Okay?
Well, then you have to go to the court for that. We can only issue a copy because that's all that was given to us.
Well,
You were issued a copy that closing.
no. I did not close. That's another thing. I did not close with this company. They keep saying this stuff about a loan. So before I get into that, I want to go over the document that they sent. So on this loan modification agreement, you've already said nobody else is going to sign that. Okay, cool. Now, as far as disclosure, there's terms on here that are not defined, such as the word loan. Where's the definition for loan on these documents?
This is a modification agreement. So you are modifying your original mortgage contract. So this pairs with the original mortgage contract.
So there doesn't need to be no disclosure on here, is what you're trying to allude to?
Definitions were already given because this pairs with the original notice.
Okay, so this is a modification. So this is just a modification of that agreement.
I don't want to speak at the same time, I understand. So you have to understand that this pairs directly with your mortgage contract. So if your definitions explain, you would refer back to your original disclosure from your original mortgage contract.
That does not state that on this document.
It does, though. It's a modification agreement. You're modifying your original mortgage contract.
Okay, you're just repeating stuff.
The original mortgage contract is still listed in that original mortgage contract. You're just modifying the terms.
Okay, I don't understand. So we're not gonna pretend. Let's go on to the next one. There's no disclosure given on this one, so we cannot sign. There's no other signature. We cannot sign, and there's no definitions of what modification mean. What does loan mean? There's some illusionary terms on here. I don't see a definition sheet, period, point blank, period. So I can't do nothing with that one. Now this next document y'all have listed over here as promissory note. Okay. Do you understand what is a note? Let me make sure we're on the same page of what a note is. A promissory note. What is that? Because there's no definition given on here either, so I'm trying to make sure we have the correct understanding.
Well, it is listed there. Number 3 is your promise to pay is secured by the mortgage, which is also called the trust or similar security instrument.
Okay, deed of trust. What is the deed of trust? Let's go that if that's what that relates to. What is the deed of trust? Is that a trust?
Those are multiple terms, sir.
What deed of trust is multiple?
Mortgage, a deed of trust, or a security instrument, depending on your location, your county, your state.
Okay.
Depending on how it gets recorded. For you, it's the original recorded as a deed of trust. So we are modifying the deed of trust that was your original term.
Alright.
The modification.
No, this other document says subordinate deed of trust. So let's talk about that. What is a deed of trust?
What? I don't see subordinate deed of trust at all. I just mentioned.
That's what the document says that I've sent. It was sent to me. It says subordinate deed of trust. The subordinate deed of trust security instrument given June 23rd, 2022.
Are we on the same page, sir? Because you mentioned promissory note.
Well, the promissory note is only 2 pages. Yeah, it's only 2 pages. I said there's another document because you mentioned deed of trust, so I see this other document over here named subordinate deed of trust. So I thought that was reference to this promissory note.
No, so you're asking what the promissory note is first. So I want to know. Let's answer one thing at a time here. This promissory note is the financial responsibility linked to the deed of trust. Now let's move to the subordinate deed of trust. The subordinate deed of trust. That's the type of modification and partial claim that it's a combination here. Is that any funds that literally subordinate the original deed. If any funds get moved to the end of the term, we have to have a subordinate deed of trust because now those funds are no longer within the same terms originated your first deed of trust. So therefore, there's a subordinate deed of trust extending the terms for you. Now these terms go to July 1 of 2052.
Okay, but what is a deed of trust? You still haven't given me that definition. You gave me process, but I'm trying to get what is the definition? What is a trust? What does this document mean? Who are the parties of this document?
You and your wife are, sir,
We're the only ones?
as are the party
Okay. All right. Let me help. Maybe I can educate you a little bit because you're kind of getting disgruntled. I don't want you to get disgruntled. We are being recorded. So let me.
I don't need the education.
Well, obviously you do. I'm asking you a question that you cannot answer me.
So, if I'm not here to speak on the legalities of your mortgage contract, Ms. Bryan, that's all.
I didn't ask you nothing about no legal stuff. I'm asking you what this document is and what it consists of. You keep going to legal stuff like you're scared of something. I'm just trying to get clarity and disclosure, which is the legal request.
I'm only here to answer the questions.
So answer the question. What is the deed of trust? What does it consist of? Who are the parties to this document?
You and your wife are, sir. I've already.
Okay, so if this is the deed of trust between me and my wife, nobody else is involved, correct?
That is incorrect, sir.
Who else is involved? Like I just asked. Who else is involved with this document?
Your mortgage handler, sir.
Who is that? You keep beating around the bush. I need a name, sir. Give me a name.
FHA mortgage.
So you can't give me a name of a person that's involved with this document?
There's no one person is.
Okay, so see, this is what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're doing, sir, because it says right here on the document somebody named Britt M. Shanks. Who is that? And they got him labeled as a trustee. Who is that? What is his position?
I'm not sure.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know what's going on with these documents because you transfer this call to somebody who knows what's going on. We keep going through this. Y'all keep transferring me to people that don't know what's going on. They're just trying to give me rubbish.
Sir,